Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to react to 3 disturbing true horror stories animated, again by 1C Entertainment. Like usual, I'm going to link the channel name to the title of this video. Alright, let's get into it.
When I was 12, my family lived in a rental house near our soda dealership. Most days I was home alone. The ground floor had been converted into a storage area, stacked with boxes and soda cases.
Yeah, like a good
almost
business, right?
No space
Good.
to move around. Because of this, my sister and I mostly stayed on the second floor, each in our own room. The staircase leading down faced a window that originally overlooked a veranda, but since the ground floor had turned into a stockroom, the veranda outside that window was now packed tightly with empty soda cases and boxes.
I mean, you gotta
stacked
do what
high
you gotta
I
do,
barely
bro.
see beyond them. Only one person could squeeze through when the main door to the terrace was open, just enough space for workers to keep piling up the empties. One morning, I was hurrying downstairs to head out the back door. As usual, I grabbed the stair railing to swing my body left toward the kitchen and the exit.
I mean, we all did it.
Something
Right?
stopped me mid-motion. Through the window at the base of the stairs, through the murky, cluttered view of that terrace, I saw someone standing outside. At first, my eyes were drawn to their shirt. It looked familiar.
Just looks
Too
just
familiar.
like her.
It was the exact same shirt I was wearing. I froze, staring at the figure. My gaze locked on their
Is that a
chest.
mimic or something?
Something didn't
know,
feel right,
and
but I
this-
couldn't look away.
This entity which will
Then
mimic you.
slowly, I raised my eyes to their face, and that's when I saw it. It was me. Same shirt, same hair, same face, but not the
Look at
same
the skin,
expression. This version of me was staring downward with a disturbing smile on their face. A smile I didn't recognize, one that didn't belong to me. It felt wrong, twisted in a way that made my skin crawl. I stood there, completely
Get out,
frozen,
bro.
as
What the-
this other me slowly began
Look
to
at the
lift
eyes,
their
man.
head, like it was about to meet my gaze. Panic surged through me. I didn't want our eyes to meet. I didn't want to see what was behind that smile. Before it could look at me, I bolted. I ran straight out the back door and found my sister, telling her everything that had just happened. Of course, she didn't
Would not
me.
believe, you know.
She said it was probably just a reflection in the window, or maybe I imagined the whole thing. But I know what I saw.
Typical
It wasn't
sister
a reflection.
response.
It moved differently. It smiled in a way I never have, and it was waiting to look me in the eyes. Even now, as an adult, long after we moved out of that house, I still think about that
Yeah,
moment.
that seems like a
I
crazy
still
moment of a
remember
mimic,
that
right?
smile, and sometimes I still see it in my dreams.
Yo, looks like a zombie. Okay, second story.
Hello, my name is
Heather.
and this story took place a few years ago. I often stayed home alone for a couple of hours, but this particular night my parents were out of town.
It's
for the
always when
weekend.
your parents
It
go
was
out,
the first
crazy
time
things
I'd
happen,
sleep
right?
alone with no one else in the house. This didn't bother me though, because I had just finished a stressful report for school that took
Is
a
that
whole
window
week,
closed?
and I was ready to relax. My parents left at around 8 p.m. that night, and I decided to put a movie
Okay,
on
cool.
and eat some pizza. It started raining heavily out of nowhere, and when this happened, my parents always told me to go outside and pull the pool cover out.
It's
and
night
open
and
the
you're
pool.
home alone, man.
This
I-
was because
I
if
wouldn't
we
do it.
didn't, the pool would overflow. Anyway, I was kind of nervous to go do it because it had already gotten dark outside, and behind my house was a forest.
What is
where
that?
Wild animals
Looks like a fox,
came
right?
out at night. I decided to wait the rain out to see if it would stop, but after 20 minutes, it didn't.
Nah, bro, just think
I
that you
saw
forgot
it,
and then
then
go to
decided
sleep.
to
That's
put
it.
my fear aside and
Don't
go
get
to the
out at
backyard.
night.
I turned on all the deck lights and walked toward the pool. That's when I noticed something weird. The pool was already halfway covered. I was confused. It had only started raining 20 minutes ago, and I didn't think it was covered when my parents left. So why was it covered now? I tried to convince myself it was the wind, but deep down, I knew it couldn't have been. The cover has to be manually adjusted. Still not convinced it was the wind, I approached the pool with caution and continued to cover it. Then suddenly, I heard a noise. It wasn't anything crazy, nothing more than a branch swaying in the wind. But I
Nah,
was
bro,
already on
you're
edge,
paranoid,
so I
bro.
noticed
Just
it
get in the
right
house
away.
and lock the doors. That's
As I
it.
looked into the darkness of the trees, that's when I noticed a flash of light. It was very quick, like whoever was holding the flashlight realized I was looking.
Yo, that is
This
scary.
made me extremely nervous,
get in.
so I quickly ran back inside locked the doors, and went to
Yeah.
my room. Since my room faced the backyard, I made sure to keep the deck lights on so I could look through my window and see if anyone was there. I began trying to calm.
See,
my
when you're trying to
mind
look
down,
outside, you have
so
to
I
make
started
sure that
knitting
your
in my
room is dark.
while periodically
Somebody
checking my
looking at
window
you
to
would
see
see
if
you,
there was
right?
any movement. After about an hour, my mind calmed down and I stopped checking as much. Then, just one last time, I looked out of my window and saw that the pool cover had come off again. This time, it did look like the wind could have pushed it backward, so I went
No,
outside
but don't
once
go
again
outside, man. You
and
saw
covered it. The rainstorm
something,
had
right?
slowed down, so I knew this was probably the last time I had to do it. After a couple of hours, I decided it was time for bed. I double-checked all the locks and made sure the alarm system was on. If you're wondering why I didn't turn the alarm on before, it's because it's an automatic system that turns on every night at 11 p.m. I turned off all the deck lights except one, the motion sensor light. At this point, my parents had called to check in, but I didn't want to worry
Nah,
about
bro,
it,
you should have
so I
told
just
what
told them
happened,
that
right?
everything was okay.
Because
Which technically
if you leave it out,
was.
then
There had been no movement in the forest so far. Then I went to sleep. I woke up at around 2 a.m. because the motion sensor light turned on. I slowly got up from my bed and peeked out my window, which was right above it. As my
yo,
vision adjusted, to my confusion, I noticed the pool cover was off again. Was this some kind of sick joke? Did whoever was doing this
They
just
wanted
wanna
you
keep
to
me
come out,
coming
bro.
outside? I looked into the distance, but saw
Nah.
no lights or movement. I
that's
went
good,
outside
but don't
again,
go out.
this time with a knife, and walked up to
Man.
the pool to cover it. That's when I noticed it. To my horror, there was someone inside my pool. For context, even with the cover on, there was still enough room for someone to comfortably breathe. They were dressed in all black, with a hoodie on in the farthest corner.
It's a
of the
crazy
pool.
person, man.
I was in shock. Then suddenly, they started swimming extremely fast toward the ladder, which was right in front of me. And when I say fast, I mean
Get out,
unnaturally
run.
fast. I screamed,
Bro,
stupidly
man,
dropped my
you
knife,
gave him a
and ran
weapon now.
inside. As I was locking the door,
If you can't
the person
handle it,
who I
don't
now realized
get a weapon
was
and go
man
out, bro.
ran up to the glass sliding doors,
Yeah,
started
look,
banging on them.
that's
with the
stupid.
knife. I was horrified. I
So
called the police
stupid.
right away and hid in my bathroom until they arrived. My parents came home shortly after and informed me they had actually covered the pool completely before they left. So the man had been
Yeah.
working in my backyard for even longer than I had thought.
Good.
Police caught the man and arrested him. They later informed my family that the man was homeless and had previously been a professional swimmer who had won a lot of medals. This made sense considering how fast he swam. Anyway,
Did he just
this
want to
happened
go for a
me
swim?
few
I
years
mean-
ago, and I still can't look at pools
Yeah.
the same. Even now, when I recall the moment that man
You could have
started
easily
swimming
grabbed her,
toward me
yeah.
at full speed, I still get goosebumps.
Bro, that's crazy, man. The second story. The third one. College dog.
I want to share an experience that happened about 8 months ago. My name is Ashwarya, and I study computer science at a university. I can't say the name, but it's located in India. My college is near a reserved forest area, and I stay in a campus hostel. The building has 5 floors, and I live on
The
the
college in a forest area
Our
sounds
room
dope,
has
right?
4 beds. and
Nature
I share it
surrounding
with
you.
3 other friends. Every night after dinner, we usually sit by the window and gossip. Just normal things like boys, fashion,
normal-
and new
normal
trends.
college girl activities.
From our window, we can see a beautiful lake behind the hostel. It became our routine. We'd sit there, talk, and admire the view of nature, sometimes staying up until 2 in the morning. But one night was different. I had a headache, so I went to sleep early, around 10. One of my friends, Sid, had been fighting with her boyfriend, so she wasn't in the mood to talk
Yeah.
either and went to bed early too. The other 2 stayed up by the window like usual. At some point in the night, I think around 1 in the morning, my
What?
friend Prabalika suddenly
What
woke
happened?
me up. She was shaking, terrified. I asked her what was wrong, but she couldn't even speak. She just pointed toward the window. I got up quietly and walked over. Sid and my other friend, Jesse,
What did they
were
see?
there, frozen, staring outside. When I looked out the window, my jaw dropped. At first, I couldn't even process what I was seeing. It didn't feel real. Down near the lake, there were 2 men, half naked, dancing around a fire. Around them were more people. I couldn't tell how many. Some were standing still, others looked like they were praying.
That
I couldn't
looks like
see
some
everyone
college
clearly, But one thing was certain. They were performing
It looks like a prank or
ritual,
something, man,
and
like
it
they're
wasn't
having
just
fun
any
or something,
night,
right?
It was a new moon. Where I'm from, people say that on new moon nights, devil worshippers perform rituals, sometimes even sacrifices, to impress the devil. All four of us stood there, completely frozen,
That's
staring
crazy,
at the window.
bro.
It was the first time we had ever seen
You
something
should
like
have
that.
turned off the
I felt
lights
this
before
deep
you,
sense
you
of
know,
unease.
look
So I
out the
said,
window.
"Let's not watch this. Let's just go to sleep." One of my friends
Ah,
quickly
you'll get in
recorded a
trouble,
short
man, if
video
they
before we
figure
turned
out.
away. The next day, we showed it to a few of our other friends. Everyone was shocked. But that wasn't the worst part. Later that day, we heard that a dead body had been found floating in the lake, a boy from our college. We were completely speechless. The police investigation was closed within a few weeks. They ruled it as
Nah,
suicide,
bro,
but there
show
was
the
no
footage.
note, no explanation, nothing. That's when the rumors started. Some people said the boy was involved with the cult. Others said he was trying to expose them. And when they found out, they killed him. No one knows the truth. Maybe it was just a rumor, or maybe it wasn't. But sometimes I still think about that night, and I wonder if I hadn't said, "Let's sleep," would we have seen more? Or
Look at the
maybe
windows,
something
man.
we
More
never
people are
meant to
watching
see.
them. This is the real footage, bro. Yeah, it looks weird from here. Look at them. Look at the guy. He's wearing something, right? Bro, that's crazy, man. That was 3 true horror stories animated. If you guys would love to see more with me, then please like and subscribe. Comment down below. I'll watch more of this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.